Okay, so welcome back. So basically we talked about the three systems. You either had the corded system, micro, battery powered, heavy duty, or the pneumatic system, which is the gas powered. Basically we're gonna talk about the corded system. For this demonstration and for this video, we're using the Stryker system. A lot of different companies make micro or corded power, but for this case and this video, we're using the Stryker system. So as you can see, we have the Core 2 console and we have the cable. Now with the corded system, one of the advantages is you do not need battery chargers, but you need a power console and you need a cable to be able to run the system. So wherever there's a good point, there's always going to be a bad point. And one of the bad points is you need the box and you need a cable, and you need to make sure those are working to be able to run the system. So this is the actual Core 2 console, which is Stryker's latest and greatest, but this is Core TPS REM-B cable. So this cable would plug into the unit, gives you a light up, and now it's telling you to connect the handpiece. This, again, small, if you could tell by the size of my hand, it's small, it's micro, it's a universal driver, it's the REM-B version. So this would then basically plug into there. And then it gives you what it actually is. So with the REM-B system, it's a universal driver. So you can forward, reverse, gives you a beep, lets you know forward, reverse, or oscillate. So with that being said, you can hook up a lot of different attachments to run your universal driver, whether it's an AO chuck, pin, a wire cotlet, or a Jacobs chuck. So pretty standard, pretty basic, and it's pretty much a universal. The difference between the universal driver and say the sag or oscillating saw is the saw itself is the handpiece, but to be able to run the saw, you would either need a foot pedal or you would need the attachment to run the handpiece. So basically the attachment goes in to the handpiece, you line it up, set it in place, and then you plug your cord into it. Again, it's going to give you what it is, and right now it's a REM-B sagittal saw, and then you would then have the disposable saw blade that needs to go with this system. So very important to understand, not only do you have hand pieces and attachments, then if you're using a saw or a drill, you would have the disposable component that would go with that. So basically, this is the hand switch, and it runs the motor. Now, the actual disposable or the saw blade in this instance would then hook into here. So again, depending on what type of saw blade you would want, large, small, narrow, wide, they make all different versions of saw blades. So to have the ability to pick and choose what saw blade you would use with the system, you have some options there. So basically the electronic side or the micro electric version of power. Where this comes into play is small bone procedures, foot, ankle, wrist, anything, elbow, anything where you didn't need a lot of power and a lot of torque. This type of system would be perfect for that application. Again, it's really dependent on the actual end user as to what system they would want to use, but it's a reliable system as long as the cable works and the hand pieces work and the attachments hook up. So one of the benefits of the Stryker corded or micro system is the ability to add drills to the actual system. So any type of Stryker drill system that you would need that would have a cord would plug into the core console and you would be able to use it. So where this comes into play is, again, certain specialties want a higher speed drill than what's currently available in the REM-B option. So this, for example, is a Sumax drill, comes with its own Sumax hand switch. So you would need to make sure that you would have the correct hand switch with the correct drill that you're using. But again, does basically the same thing. What you're gonna do is you're gonna plug the drill in. It's gonna register, it's gonna let you know that you have a drill, and now it goes to 60,000 RPMs for the actual drill itself. Again, you would need to know what type of drill bit that you would want to use. They make a lot of different versions, and then you would need to know what type of sumac attachment you would want for your drill. So a lot of different configurations are available. This is just one option. Basically, it clicks in, you go to run on the actual hand switch. It's actually in safety, and so it gives you a lot more RPMs with the sumacs than with just the standard micro drill for the REM-B system. So just kind of giving you some options and some variations. So to summarize, the electric or the micro corded system, great system, small bone procedures, not a lot of power, not a lot of torque, but very versatile. Again, do not need a battery, do not need a charger, do not need to worry about, are my batteries sterile, are they not sterile? It's all one system. Really, the only drawback is you would need the control box to run the hand pieces, the attachments, but then if you bought a hand piece and it didn't have the cable, you would need to buy the cable as well. So from a disposable standpoint, a lot of different options. And from a manufacturer standpoint, in this instance, in this video, we use the Stryker system, but other manufacturers make a corded or electric powered system as well. ConMed, Linvatec, Hall, Arthrex, really all the major manufacturers would use a corded system. Very unique setup and system, and it's really all dependent on the surgeon's needs and what type of procedures they're actually doing.